Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cherry Street Sports Club for the 2024-25 TAB State Championships. We're actually now live and underway with our first game this morning, which is round 2 of the women's state pairs. We have Patricia Bigg and Quinnell from Byron Bay up against Teressa Rose and Jannette Parry from Nyngan. Players have just fooled us. They've only played one trial end and got underway straight away, so we did miss the couple of first bowls. I do apologise, but we are underway now. And it's Quinnell from Byron Bay playing there, crashes into the short bowl. If you are looking for the results of round 1, you can jump onto the Bowls New South Wales website and look at the links, but results.bowlslink.com.au, click on Bowls New South Wales and then the TAB State Championships, and that will carry you through to all of the results from each of the events. You see the progress scores scrolling through underneath our main scoreboard. And we will have to get another message out to the players to please stand off the centre line, because all we can see is back. Teressa playing her third bowl of the head. Patricia Bigg. Slightly through. There is a fair bit of room there. The bowl a bit over a metre past, but he's probably the shot with the live view. Teressa Rose, good bowl in, that is the shot. So, rather wet day yesterday, and today its forecast is a lot kinder, but we do have very light misty rain that's just settled in, so I think we're in for conditions throughout the day that are probably best described as somewhat mildly unpleasant. Certainly good enough to play bowls. There was about 60 millimetres of rain in the 24 hours until this morning here at Cherry Street Sports, according to the super greenkeeper Duncan Elphick. So plenty of rain in the area. We will therefore have slightly slower green conditions than you normally experience here in the Northern Rivers. Some super matchups on the way, and we've got what promises to be a cracker this afternoon with Gorillas superstar pair Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly to take on young superstar Jack McShane in the round 3 men's pairs this afternoon. We're scheduled to start that at 1 o'clock, so we should be hopefully pretty close to that time. Jannette Parry playing her backhand, just looking to get around those short bowls. Going to be in the pack. A big shout out of thanks to all of the staff and volunteers here at Cherry Street Sports, at Club Lennox and at Alstonville Plateau Sports. They've been absolutely sensational, and the staff have been working hard to make sure that all of these games get on and played. Great bowl from Quinnell. I think she's made that in for shot. So we'll see the declaration now. Score will go on the board. And 1 to Byron Bay. And that's 3-4 metres up from the tee. Fairly medium sort of length end. Going away from the clubhouse. Patricia Bigg, Byron Bay lead. We'll just duck over and remind our players when they're at this end, if they could stand outside the extra centre lines. See the scores starting to come through on your rolling scoreboard underneath our main board. And we do thank the volunteers here at Ballina who are putting those scores in for us so you can keep up to date with how your teams are going. And those scores not only coming in from Ballina, from here at Cherry Street Sports, but also at Club Lennox and up at Alstonville Plateau Sports as well. And it's Teressa Rose. First bowl, very good. Second one, just a little on the short side. Kim Quinnell gets first use of the mat from the skippers on this end. Bay. Only a matter of 20 minutes to half an hour up the road along the coast from here, or up the highway. Nyngan slightly further away. Mid-western New South Wales. Kim, I think she's just underdone the grass on this. Not quite centred, so still one to Nyngan. Jannette looking to add a second shot with this bowl. It's pretty close to being a second shot. Both of our teams on the live stream suffered an opening round loss. Nyngan ran into a ramp at Holbrook. Pamela Coletta and Joanna Merkel from Holbrook. They had a 35-11 victory over Nyngan. And Sarah Boddington skipping for Gina Payne of Foster. They had a 30-13 win over Byron Bay. So the teams here will need to record some remarkable results if they wish to get through to our semi-finals tomorrow morning. The raging hot favourite in this section, of course, would have to be Sarah Boddington, Holbrook. They can quite easily record a victory and also go on to claim the section. 2 more games, anything can happen. In section 2 of the women's pairs, Victory and Tarrant Point, victors in the first round. That's Karen Balmforth and Kay Moran. From Victory, Colin Minahan, Tarrant Point. Vicky Wilson, Sally Jones of Marylands had a 6-shot loss to Tarrant Point. And Jodie Friend and Kylie Hardy suffered a fairly heavy loss at the hands of Kay Moran. In section 3 in the women's pairs, it's Edelong Memorial at the top of the section. They actually have a forfeit this morning with Tash Van Eldick, unfortunately, getting some repair work done, not able to play. Sarah Mackay and Tracy Woodland, they had a win yesterday, a 5-shot victory over Joy Scott and Christine McGarity from Marimbula. And they'll take on the Gunnedah pair, Charlie and Ella Cameron, the sisters, both members of the New South Wales Under-18 squad. They have a single victory care of the forfeit from Tash and Jen. Section 4. Now, 2 teams in the victory. Carolyn Hooker and Jess Fisher, Club Maitland City. They had a 20-11 victory over Christine Williams and Brianna Smith of St John's Park to open their account. While Belrose's Dale Nuttall and Susan Fisher, they had a very narrow 16-13 win over Loretta Jane Cairns and Julianne Cairns of Austral. Back on our action, and it's Kim Quinnell going to draw in to get one more shot for Byron Bay. Sorry, that's not, it's Patricia Bigg. Just changed the head around. No, I was right the first time. It's Kim Quinnell. 1 bowl to go. Jannette Parry was holding shot, now trying to draw. Unfortunately for her, she hasn't quite got the speed, so Byron Bay will take a second shot on the second end, and they'll go to a 2-0 lead. We're about to get our third end of this 21-end clash underway. Well, that's a reasonable start from Patricia Bigg. That's probably about 60 centimetres or so short, about 2 feet in the old terms. Maybe just a touch under. And just a little bit further, so the opening bowl will be shot. Teresa Rose just a fraction through. Tricia needs a metre on a last one will be a good correction. Well, she's added just a little bit. Second bowl of the head for Teresa Rose of Nyngan. Looking just to lose a metre and a bit of weight, metre and 4 feet in the old terms, 1.2 metres. Just done that. That'll be close to being shot. May have just cut through under enough to make the difference. If you are enjoying this broadcast on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of the action. And plenty more bowls coming up over the next week or so. We will be continuing the pairs competition this afternoon. Blockbuster game for you this afternoon with the Marylands men's pairs up against Warilla. So Jack McShane skipping against Gary Kelly. Promises to be a magnificent clash as Kim Quinnell just thumps away through the two bowls and gets in for another shot. Jannette Parry on a little bit of pressure again. They've lost the opening two ends. Kim's played a couple of good conversions. And Jannette's just under the line. It's very light, misty rain coming across. A bit different from yesterday's rather heavy rain at times. So Kim just wants to play through her partner's bowls there, down to the jack. Fairly well pointed. Just wanted probably a bit more, but could be two or three. And the second bowl for Jannette, unfortunately for her, she's just cut the line again. The weight was pretty good. So we'll cross over for the back half of the third end. Leeds to play their second set of bowls. And a few people have arrived to watch, even though the conditions aren't that favourable. A fair contingent here from Gunnedah, because we do have, well, we have two teams from Gunnedah here at Cherry Street Sports. We have another one who's up at Alstonville. The men's and women's pairs, both from Gunnedah, and the reserve pairs. Three siblings from the one family competing. And it's another good bowl from Patricia. Bigg pushes more Byron Bay bowls in. I think there needs to be a little bit of aggression here from Teresa Rose. We have the sisters, Charlie and Ella Cameron. They're competing in the women's pairs. And their big brother, Caleb, is in the reserve pairs, playing up at Alstonville. Seen a proud mum and dad wandering around here. The men's pairs, we've got Timmy Thorning playing with Sam Pryor. So big representation from Gunnedah here. And Patricia Bigg just got a little bit wider on this one. That's a Byron Bay bowl that's been bumped across. The grey and pink bowls belong to Nyngan, and what a bowl that one is. That's in for shot. Very well played. We'll watch that one again. Byron Bay, they've got as many as 4 or 5 seconds here, so Kim Quinnell, she should be reaching on her forehand. Well, she's opted to play the backhand. Still got that nice tight line. She's got her own over. Well, it's made it a little bit harder. She might have been trying to play that hand, trying to push it through clean. Not a lot of room here for Jannette Parry. She wants to get another one in. That bowl of hers that goes out, well, it goes out there. They could be 4, maybe 5 down. Unfortunately for Jannette, she's going to cut across the head again. So Kim got a chance here to play a little bit of an attacking shot. Punch through that head. She can turn her own bowls up. She can push that other one through. Has she got the speed to turn that ball just a bit wide? Had the right speed to do something, but there's not a lot of opportunity here. It should play a very safe line. Jannette does not want to be narrow again. And it's not too bad a line, but just a bit short on the weight. But it'll be 1 to Nyngan. They open their scoring. After 3 ends, it's 2-1 in favour of Byron Bay. Well, I think we'll be returning this jack. It's out of bounds. So Byron Bay will get to place the mat and roll the jack. Teressa Rose drew a good one on the last end to get her team the shot. It's not too bad a start here, just a little under the line, but good place to start. Needs probably another metre of weight. So Patricia Biggs. Pretty well down. And that is the shot. Teressa, looks like a fairly good correction. She's just going to be out. And, well, straight away a change of hand. I could have kept there, but not too bad playing the safety option. Doesn't want to be a little bit wide and punch that last ball in. But, has to change hands and play the slightly different grass line. And often when you see someone change hands, they're short. And that's the case here. Chance for Jannette. Now, she needs to play a little bit positive. Just change this head up. Is one down. Unreasonable second shot. Nice confident draw. In these conditions, you're probably better off to be able to overplay your bowl just a little bit. And the Nyngan girls sharing an umbrella at the head end. Very light rain falling. And, yeah, needed a bit more intent than that one. And Quinnell, she played some great bowls. The opening 2 ends to get her team shot on each of them. It's a great shot of an umbrella. We just have to send that message back to our players again. They're just not aware of the camera.
1 foot to shot, 2 foot to jack.
Kim a little short as well. Well, is there nothing the greenkeepers do here? They're just going to give the players a reminder just to stand off the centre line. So they've just got that little reminder. They're not used to playing on a rink with the cameras behind them, much less the fancy setup we have. The leads have got the idea. Oh, sorry, the skippers. They're standing right out near the boundary pegs. It's just a little bit on the wide side from Teressa. And there's a couple of short bowls, just probably in the eye a little bit. Just want to make sure you don't get overly thin. Fairly well pointed from Patricia Bigg. Teressa just needs a slightly more attacking line. Give a bowl a chance. She can give her own little connection. It's being wheeled across by a skipper. Wants to... Oh, it's a very good effort. That's a great home. It's probably still one to Byron Bay. I just think they'd probably be better off to play a slightly tight line on that backhand side to get underneath those grey bowls. They risk here of getting the port and just getting a little touch. Not going to go through and get the touch with that one. It's just going to be a bit wide, but turns the Nyngan bowl in a bit more. So one lonely Byron Bay bowl in amongst the three, and that has opened the opportunity for Nyngan to play a slightly attacking right line and weight on the forehand as well. They can reach up, get the inside of that last grey bowl that's been turned over. That would catapult them across to the jack. So just a 2 or 3 feet of weight. There's a nice port for them to go through to do that. Jannette Parry. Big chance here to make a count. She's going to go backhand. So there is that chance there as well. Can get a winner off her own. Can punch that Byron Bay bowl through. Got the weight to push it through, but just going to hold the line with that weight. Don't mind this from Kim. She's going to go backhand. Wants to just get underneath the grey bowls, get position. Just get another one in that head. They're a little vulnerable right now. And that's a pretty fair effort. Do think that has not hurt Nyngan's chances though. She can get a big solid bang there that'll hold their own bowl in and push them across towards the jack. Just needs a tight line. And she's not going to do that. Just taking the grass that she didn't need. Kim, she'll play a bowl now. Needs to be a little circumspect. Play a nice safe line. That's a very safe weight. It is one further shot to Byron Bay. Very tight scoring so far. 3-1 after 4 ends. So don't forget, we have what promises to be a blockbuster game this afternoon. Warilla and Marylands. So if you're a Gorillas or Magic fan, don't forget from 1 o'clock, we hope. And we're scheduled to start that game at 1 p.m. Should be able to get through these games fairly well with the greens not being overly fast. Just depends on how quickly our players do play through their games. If they all just had one trial end like our feature match did, caught me out. We might save a bit of time, but players are entitled to have their two. Byron just a little bit on the short side and narrow with their opening bolt. Nyngan a little bit through. Patricia has pushed this one a little bit more. Slightly overcorrected. Teressa doesn't need to change a hell of a lot. Could even be shot with her opening bowl. Hard to tell from our camera angle. Try and set a live shot live. It looks like the front red one is in by a little. Unfortunately for Teressa, slightly overcorrected with her second bowl. Plenty else scheduled to happen here at Byron Bay. At Cherry Street Sports over the next few days. We've got we lead from our pairs finals tomorrow into the singles on Saturday and Sunday. 4 games each day for you. We'll be bringing you on our live stream. We'll start on Saturday morning with the women's singles round 1, and we'll have the women and men all playing together. Women round 2, men round 1. Approximately 10:30 in the afternoon. We'll stream women's round 3 while men play round 2. In the afternoon, we'll be streaming the men's round 3 games. Followed on Sunday, we'll start with the women's semi-finals, then the men's semi-finals, play the women's final, and then the men's final on Sunday. So 4 games of singles on both days. Promises to be an absolute cracking weekend. Straight up after that, we have a slight little break in the live stream on Monday morning before we lead into the Fours Championships. And then we'll be concluding on Wednesday afternoon here at Cherry Street Sports for the TAB State Championships. And then Friday the 11th, it's all underway, the TAB Platinum Pennant. And we kick off with the local derby, the grudge match between the neighbours. Cabramatta to host St John's Park Saints, the Ballants up against the Saints. And it's after the spectacular inaugural season, the world-class TAB Platinum Pennant is back with some of the best bowlers in the country and in fact the world. So check out the season fixtures on our website, bowlsnsw.com.au, or click the link in the YouTube bio. I believe it's Byron Bay still holding one shot with the red bowl slightly short to the right of screen. That's Patricia Bigg. She's just going to get the edge of that bowl and run out. Maybe was close. Might have been close to a second. Teressa. She's looking to come underneath. I don't know if she's quite got speed to sit the bowl. Well, she's just going to turn it in and make sure of it. No, Byron Bay definitely holding one with that one now. And a shout out to all those people at Byron Bay. Some old school friends and school teachers of mine. Lou and Mertha Christian. Shout out to those too if you're watching. The Nyngan people, shout out to you as well, and the former Nyngan people. One who famously said he was no longer a bogan. Nyngan, of course, on the Bogan River and has the big bogan. Is their big thing tourist attraction? Perhaps a little controversial in some ways, but Ballina has the big prawn. And that's Nyngan's answer. Kim Quinnell, she'll play the backhand. Just looking to draw down to the head. Wants to get to, beat her partner's bowl. Has not quite sent this one. Teressa. Sorry, Jannette. A little bit more intent needed on that one. Kim's last chance to add to this count. Moment we're heading towards another single shot. Kim's given this one a big chance. Wants it to stop. Well, it'll be close to being in. Might have just gone a little too far. Yeah, gave it a chance, but just didn't quite get the right rubs. So it is one definitely to Byron Bay. Yeah, not even going to look at anything else. That's what it is. So we move out to 5 ends completed. 4-1. Byron Bay hold the ascendancy at this time. We've still got 16 ends to go, so plenty of time for Nyngan to stake their claim. Rain has these that might have even stopped. It's good news, but just enough to dampen the players again. Patricia has given the team a fairly good start over the first few ends of this game. That one just a little bit short, probably a good metre and a half actually. It's just a run. Patricia got the extra weight on this one, gets a little chop on the jack, runs it back. It might actually be Nyngan holding shot there now. Could be 2 to Nyngan. Just a little misty rain coming down again. It's not enough to really affect the players, probably just to make it mildly unpleasant. Quinnell. Oh, this one is pretty well pointed. That'll be the shot right down to the jack. Very good bowl. Oh, you could just see Jannette waving at that bowl as it went down. And despite their best being a little bit misty rain around, the sun is just peeping through a little. So hopefully we don't get too much more precipitation. We get a little bit of sunshine. Not too much though. With the amount of moisture in the air, it'll be very humid. Jannette Parry, she'll play her bowl again. Wants to get into this head, change it up for a team. They need to just find a way to stop this little run that Byron Bay have had. They've won all but one of our opening ends. It's two very good bowls from Byron Bay in there. From Kim partner Patricia. It's looking to add to that count. It's not quite going to get there, but it's in the count. That'll be 3. Down 4-1 already. The Nyngan girls might be just feeling a little bit of pressure here. In the position of his head, Teressa has just not quite got this one out. That jack's off the centre line and she's cut across. Chance for Patricia. No real pressure here. Just wants to bang another one down. Similar line to a previous. Get it inside. And again, it's matched the first one. Just plop down. That'll be 4 at this point. In the draw line a bit there too, so it could be a bit of a nuisance to Nyngan. Oh, she's just looking down the backhand. Wanted to make sure she was there. Might be the left-hander's forehand too. That change of hand, she was just a bit long. Probably conscious not to be short and has pushed it through. So it's 4 to Byron Bay and Kim Quinnell. She'll try and make that 5 for this one. The only danger they've got is that the Nyngan bowls, other ones all past the jack, apart from one of Kim's straight behind. Don't know if that jack will get through there, but you probably shouldn't rely on it. Not. Kim, probably weight of numbers might be the better option. And that one will be good enough to count. That'll be 5. A big job here for Nyngan. They don't want to let the Byron Bay pair get away from them. And you see Jannette's reaction as she let that one go. The arm come out. Always a good indication when they try to steer them that they're not quite where they wanted to be. Grass line, probably not too bad, but good couple of metres short. So Kim Quinnell drawing to make it 6. First 3 have counted. She really needs to make sure this is a free kick for her. And she's really shanked that one. But be disappointed not to have made that one count. Jannette Parry, a little bit of pressure here. Needs to get this one down to the 2-shot bowls. Cut a couple out at least. Very good bowl. She's just about, she's drawn it. Wow, what a bowl. 5 down, under huge pressure. Draws the shot. See that one again. down 5 shots. Already 4-1 down on the head. Would have been 9-1, and she plops this one just in underneath, draws the shot. That is a real lift for the Nyngan team. They'll feel like they're back in this contest. That really was important. They missed that one. They'd have been 8 behind, which would have felt very much a big mountain. But now they're only 2 behind. So huge, huge bowl in this game from Jannette Parry. Now Teressa. Oh, it's a little bit short, but it's not a bad start. It'll just look a bit closer than it is from the mat end. And Patricia Bigg, she goes the forehand side, tries to play the clear air, and has probably tried too hard to dread draw this bowl instead of playing little positive. When the green's slower, often find you're better off to make sure you're up. Here's a chance for Teressa Rose to play through her own bowl. Jannette keeps forgetting not to stand on the centre line. Maybe we do need those electric shock collars. That one's just slid through. Oh, it's positively balmy now. The sun out. There's even almost a shadow around.
Are we allowed to walk in front of you? Thank you.
Well, after a last bowl on the last end, Parry should have some confidence, but she's just pushed this one a little bit. Big shout out to all those watching on. To hope you're enjoying the call and the presentation. Whether you're watching on from Dapto or North Haven, or even from Bulgaria. You've just seen Byron by. Just turn that back up again. Great bowl from Kim Quinnell. She has played some absolute crackers. Bowl of the day belongs to Jannette Parry for the previous end, and she's done it again. Another fantastic effort. Kim Quinnell, no, she's in a battle now. Just got the edge. Very good result though. She's got second and third right in there. For all those about to embark on pennant games over the next couple of weekends, heading towards finals time, good luck. We'll be broadcasting the Grade 1 Open State Pennants from Edelong in June. We have an absolute feast of bowls coming up before then. We've got the rest of the state championships right through till next Wednesday. Friday night, of course, absolute cracker. The Platinum Pennant starts. You'll get a game on Saturday evening and Sunday morning as well. And we'll have another 4 days of action from Merimbula in the State Junior Championships. A little bit of a break between Easter and Anzac Day. Of course, we won't have any Platinum Pennant over the Easter weekend. We do resume on the Saturday and Sunday straight after Anzac Day. And it's launching into Champion of Champions pairs. We'll be bringing you the finals of the Women's State Carnival, and then more Platinum Pennant, and then more Champion of Champions singles. A little break over the AO. But don't worry, I'm sure Bowls Australia will be bringing you another feast of bowls during the Australian Open. Quinnell, she wants a little bit of an attack here. Try and just turn that pink bowl through the head, just under the line ever so. Well, Patricia Bigg actually was the one playing the bowl, Kim calling it. So we've got 4 bowls left and we'll be a third of the way through. After 6 ends, it's 4-2. Byron Bay leading Nyngan. Coming to you live from Cherry Street Sports for the TAB State Championships. Parry. Oh, I don't mind this at all. She's got a little bit of insurance at the back. Very hard to draw another shot. You can almost guarantee that Byron Bay will be attacking this. Certainly there is a result there to be had, but it's likely that that pink bowl will go onto the jack. Kim Quinnell, delicate weighted shot. She's just looking to get a little bit of a turn out of it. Really wants to hit the bowls on the centre line, because then you do have a chance to roll that pink bowl away without getting a huge piece of the jack. The red bowl just in behind is theirs. They don't want too much movement. Back to the pink. So don't want to go too big. A little bit of contact here, and she's got a chance to make a shot, but hasn't quite got a big enough piece, so it'll still be shot to Nyngan. I think it's just the one. I'll have a look. And not a very strong indication, but we do have a volunteer manning the scoreboard. We'll put the 7th end up. And it is 4-3. That's quite amusing. People coming along here, they come to the front of our commentary position, which is on the behind the other green, and they think they're going to walk in front of our cameras, but no, you're right to walk through.
Some places you aren't.
Some places you aren't, yes. We try to make sure that we give people plenty of access. Just a little hello there from Warilla, Johnny Mushet, one of the long-time stalwarts and chief volunteers. Lovely fellow. There are some lovely fellows from Warilla. It's a decent start from the players here on this end. They're just starting to get used to they've got to give it a little bit of a push. Not trying to be too delicate with the weight. Patricia, the weight with the first one was pretty good. Tightened it up a little. just needs this to run, and not quite. So it might be 1.5 to Nyngan as they cross over. Just one shot in it. And both of these teams recorded a loss in their opening round yesterday. So the one thing for sure, another loss here is definitely campaign will conclude this afternoon with round 3. They're probably unlikely to get through with the first round loss, but you never know. They're lucky in the big city or in the medium-sized city that Ballina is. Kim's just got the edge of that bowl and run past, so it's still advantage Nyngan. But if you're ready for a holiday, discover more with AAT Kings. Whether you're admiring natural wonders or embracing local connections, AAT Kings expertly crafted tours, there's always something new to explore as you'll be in the hands of experts. Get up to $1,800 in air credit per couple on selected tours, plus you can save an additional 5% with your exclusive Bowls New South Wales discount. Visit aatkings.com or click the link in our YouTube bio and book before the 17th of April. Use promo code BOWLSNSW. Terms and conditions apply. You can visit the Bowls New South Wales website for more information. You can click the link in the YouTube bio. Well, still Nyngan holding on here, a little bit of a movement of the jack, but it's right near the grey bowl. Conditions have improved considerably. There is a little bit of sun peeking through. You can see a few shadows around, so nice and bright. Teressa Rose trying to add to the shot she already holds. Gets around her own. Needs to stop. Oh, it's going to stop, but a little bit too far through. Patricia Bigg. Could draw around that pink bowl. Down to the jack. Often you find, though, you're trying to draw around a bowl that's a little bit short, you will push through, and she's done that. Just lose a couple of metres off the previous bowl. Line's pretty good. And it's slightly overcorrected. I think it's actually 2, maybe 3, probably 2 to Nyngan at present. Just be. Well, it's got a chance here, but just going to go fading through the gap. And it's wait to get under the pink bowl, or just delicate wait to get round it. Nyngan could be in the lead as we hit our 8th end. A big shout out of thanks to the greenkeepers at all 3 venues. They've done some excellent work to ensure that we can get games on. Duncan here at Cherry Street Sports has been working towards moving rinks around, trying to just keep that wear evened out so that we could keep playing throughout the entire time. Had to change directions on middle green, that's why we're streaming Originally going to be streaming from a different green. Rink numbers have been changed around. They've done a sterling job, the staff here. Well, I think that's a very poor result for Kim. She's punched that pink bowl in. She could be a fairly big count here, down at least 4, possibly 5 or 6 shots now to Nyngan. And Jannette, might have just snuck in for another one, so big pressure here. This could be a huge count. Last end they were holding a number, and Jannette drew in to cut that back. And, well, Kim Quinnell just saved probably a handful there. Having a close look. Yep, she's got shot. So a handful, maybe more down to draw a shot. And we've seen that a couple of ends in a row now. Both teams hanging on. Well, it's a fantastic start from Patricia Bigg. She's jumped right on that jack. Teressa, well, she needs to be up. Hasn't quite done it. That's not a bad effort from Patricia. Probably would have been better a foot or two behind, but it is in the count. Just adds a little bit to the pressure for the Nyngan pair. They've responded very well so far. This one, though, she's a little bit short again. Still be 2 to the Byron Bay pair as we cross over for the skips to play there. Opening bowls on end number 9. Kim holding a couple. Just wants to be up. Oh, it's just not quite sent that one. Better effort from Jannette Parry. She's got a little bit of speed on this, probably a couple of metres through, but behind is good. Kim, it's going to be a little on the short side again. It might well get into count. In fact, it has. The weight is pretty good. does not want that one to fall over, though, and really close that gap up. There is a chance for Nyngan to play very positive here. 3 down. She has changed over. Got some intent. I do think she might be just under the line required. Does just miss that last bowl and run right through. A nice positive draw on the backhand side now would be the idea for Byron Bay. Just lay Kim's bowl over, get him behind. Don't want to build any target there. Already looks fairly inviting. Leads will play their second lot of bowls on this end. Patricia, just a nice confident draw down the backhand side. Oh, just walks, starts again. A little bit of a slip. Does the right thing, gets back, just gives the bowl a rub, resets on the mat, get your feet pointed at the right spot. Look 2, step 2, swing 2. On the high side, but that's going to come to a pretty good home in behind. It's back just about on the 2 metre mark. Positive again. Just hasn't quite got the grass or hasn't quite got the weight, one of the two. That is right back near the ditch, so I think it's probably the weight more than the grass more than the weight. Yeah, drops 1 3/4 metres off this, just wants to be past that head. Does not want to create a bigger funnel. Well, don't think it's made it any easier for Nyngan. Is counting. Won't change their shot. She overcorrected the grass and hit the short bowl. Will she get a good result from it? No. I think it's still 4 to Byron Bay. It doesn't look like there's a dead draw to get out of trouble this time. Both skippers have done that. Cut a handful of more shots out. Drawn shot with the last. When a big count down. The opportunity here for Nyngan is to play through that head and just give it a mix-up. They've got the bowls right at the back. Can play the stop and stay weight as well. The bowl on the 2 metre mark is Byron Bay's, so I think Kim's got to just arrive, build this head some more, get some that count. Try and make pressure by numbers. I'll have to get round the shorter ones down to her own. Oh, she's possibly counting with that as well. This is good intent. Oh my goodness, through the hole. Well, she's been unlucky there, Jannette Parry. Any contact on anything there was a good result. And I don't think you could pilot one through that hole if you tried to. Interesting that Kim has changed hands, but this one, she's short after changing. I think she'd have been better off just to play good confident draw up on the backhand side. Jannette, well, don't need to change much, just a tiny little bit of grass perhaps. She's pulled this one narrow and crunched onto the short bowl, and this will be a big count to Byron Bay. So they've managed to save both skippers on the previous ends, but this time no such save. We're going to go from a scoreline of 5-3 to perhaps double figures. I think it was a big count. It was 5. Well, that could be a match-defining count. And very unlucky from Jannette Parry. I thought she had a result. But unfortunately for her, just got clean air. And Patricia Biggs, well, that's a pretty good start. It's would have counted last end, so that's always the good measure. And Jannette, she's forgotten again. We need to send the bouncer out. Well, she's standing in the way. We'll replay her last bowl. Or her second last bowl. I thought she had everything, but all she had was the gap. The AFL goal umper would have stood there and waved both arms up and down and gone 6 points straight between the sticks. Oh, Byron Bay holding 1. Picked up 5 last end. They'll be looking to just score again, hammer home that advantage. Nyngan, they'll need to recover just to build that confidence back again. Quinnell. Well, she's left that one short, just left the opportunity open for Jannette Parry just to draw, get her confidence back. She's playing the backhand. Wants to just thread the needle there and drop in. Very well done. Kim, meter on the last. Maybe a tad more. She's got her own up. That'll be... Well, they'll have 3 seconds and it's in Teresa's way. Jannette's way, sorry. So that's the path that last draw shot that came down from her took. Forces her to change over to the forehand side. And a lot of short bowls in the way here. She has to go under the head. Not too badly pointed. Wants to just sit on the inside of that red bowl. Done so. That's definitely 1, possibly 2 shots. Just watch that one on replay. Not a lot of room. Had to come underneath the head. A little bit of narrow deliberately. And has just sat on the inside of the nearest Byron Bay bowl. Excellent delivery. Patricia Bigg, 1, possibly 2 down. Doesn't need to do much different from one of her opening bowls. She can get the sit there as well, but she's just going to sail through it. Teressa. Slightly tight line. Depends how long it holds on. She can get the inside of that as well. Well, she has. She's just flopped in. Might be a case of one in, one out. Chance here, though, for Patricia just to play a little more positive than her previous. That grey bowl there to sit on. She just not quite got the speed to do it, but it's an excellent effort. That'll be pretty close to being second shot. Might even be 2 seconds to Byron Bay. I would be trying here if I was Nyngan to reach. No danger with a decent weight. You can actually get up to your own bowl. You sit on it, you push it through. So what? You stay for keep the shot, but you just get a little toucher there and knock it just off the centre line back to the pink bowl. You'd be holding 3 and just not really giving Byron Bay a look at it. Everything for being positive as it is now. Byron Bay's got first crack. They can afford to play a good metre and a half of weight to this bowl. Try and get rid of the grey. They might be second. But trail that jack back a metre and a half. It's their own bowl waiting. Kim Quinnell wants the line to do it. I'm not sure she's got the weight to do it, though. Just going to fade down. Got the inside of the grey bowl. That's probably locked the grey one in, so Jack would be first prize. It has meant Nyngan cannot really play the little trail now. They could knock it to their own, but they can play to their own grey bowl. That is a very good nuisance bowl. Does block the path in. Can't really attack too much here now. Forehand draw. Round the short pink one. Well, she is going to attack. This could go horribly wrong. Well, it's not a bad result. I think it's still the grey one shot. And if it is, I would not even try and get close with this one. As far as Nyngan goes, nice practice drawing a wide line though. Shouldn't bother the scorers this one. I think that will be 1 to Nyngan. Yes, that's confirmed. So we're 10 ends in. 10 for the score. Coming back towards the clubhouse. Well, don't forget, we have another game for you this afternoon, and it promises to be an absolute cracker. We have probably the world's best lead at the moment, according to those who know, is Corey Wedlock, teamed with Commonwealth Games medalist Gary Kelly from Warilla, and they're taking on, well, dare we call him the old stager now, over 40s player, and the young tyro in Sean Thompson and Jack McShane of Maryland's Magic. Tomo, we probably shouldn't call him old. He's a relatively young man. He's won a few state championships. A couple of years ago, him and Jack took out both the pairs and the fours. Jack won the triples at last year's state championships and looking to win another one at this year's TAB state championships. Another state championship these, the pairs. So Patricia Biggs, first one a little bit through. Could even be a couple down with the short bowls there. Might be, I'm not sure. Hard to tell even with a live view. She's quite well through. I think Nyngan might be well served to play down on the left-hand side of screen. They've got their own 2 bowls to turn up. Depends whether they want the open draw or the chance to turn their own. Jannette Parry, sorry. She's going to play on the open air. Fair call. Just wants to get round her own bowls. Down to the jack. Hasn't quite got the speed. Kim's Quinnell's turn. Her first bowl of this 11th end. We're heading into the halfway through. 6 shots the difference. And good bowl from Kim. I think she's drawn shot here. Jannette would love to just get in between those, and she has drawn it. That's very well played. Nyngan holding shot. Oh, Kim. Slightly attacking line. I think there was a few bad results available in that hand, so took it on anyway. So, reminder, you can see the scores from the other matches in this state championship in all 5 of the categories: the men's, women's, senior men's, senior women's, and open reserve. They're flicking through on our second scoreboard under our main scoreboard, being updated by our volunteers at all 3 venues, and we do thank them very much for their wonderful efforts. And what a great bowl there from Teressa Rose. 2 to Nyngan now. Difficult to get at for Byron Bay. Runs the danger of playing anything weight on the forehand side that you're going to push. Another one of Teressa's up to the head. Wants to just get around those grey bowls and down to the jack. No, needed a little more intent. Does offer a little bit of protection, but it's still the chance there. I don't know about this side. You've got to draw around that last red bowl. But if you get down to that red bowl back left, you're very good. And she's played this one to perfection. That's 3. Big trouble here for Byron Bay. This head not sitting very well for them. Might be time just to unleash a bit of chaos and give it a whack, hoping to clear the path. Really need good solid weight down there. If she gets her own in the back, it's a big chance. But that was the danger, that she pushed another Nyngan bowl in. Don't know if it counts, but it's good position. But it does mean now that the left-hand side of screen path down to jack, so the right-hander's forehand, is all their own bowls. So Kim at least has an attacking opportunity. Can try and promote Patricia's bowl up to the jack, or just sneak inside it with a little bit of weight, crash on the grey bowl, push the jack through the hole to the other Patricia Bigg bowl waiting back left, just behind the jack. Jannette Parry, you might have something to say about it before. Needs to thread the needle here, does not want to hit any of those short bowls, and well, she won't hit any of the short bowls. She'll put another one in there, and that's actually pretty effective. That just makes the shot for Kim Quinnell that much harder. Has not got a good path or a good sight down to the jack now. Just going to pull this one a little tight. Can she get it to rub? Well, that's a little fortunate result, and she's opened up the hole. I think Jannette, she's got to play backhand. Needs to be a little delicate here. I'd be trying to go round the shorter pink bowl down to the blue on the right back side of the jack. And I think here, Kim, pick your hand and go pretty quick. You've got the best at the back. Kill's not going to hurt you. He's got solid weight on this. Wants to miss the pink one. Got the pink one solid. Or hasn't moved her nearest, but it's 2 or 3. And 3 there counted up by Patricia Bigg. 1, 2, 3. Don't think you're going to get anything else because they're all Byron Bay after that, but it's a fairly big count. 3 shots to Nyngan. They're now back within 3 shots. After Byron Bay jumped out with that count, Nyngan's just eased their way back in with a single and a treble. So we've played 11 ends. We're past the halfway mark, and it's 10-7. Byron Bay leading Nyngan in the State Women's Pairs Championship, coming to you live from Cherry Street Sports here in Ballina at the TAB State Championships. Teressa Rose on the mat, and it seems pretty obvious, but you really want to nail this first bowl as a lead. You get this one right on top of the jack. It sets up the mood for the end. You just want to make sure you've got that ascendancy early on. You're playing with confidence. It's been a good battle between the players. I feel Byron's probably had slightly the better of the play, and that's reflected on the scoreboard, 10-7. And a couple of spectacular saves. Big count for Byron Bay a few ends ago. Sort of put them in the box seat, but since then, Nyngan's gritted their teeth and fought back. And Teressa, well, that's a reasonable start. I just think she's missed an opportunity there. Needed to be up and past just to make that statement that you can't just easily attack. But, not going to be punished, though, because Patricia's going to leave her 2 bowls shy of the jack as well. Crossover for the skippers to play their opening bowls of this 12th end. Oh, Jannette Parry played a couple of good ones. Really needs one of them now. Can get a little contact on the grey bowls and turn them up. Comes back to a good home. Well, Kim Quinnell, very close to that one. Doesn't really force any change here. But Jannette, she can still draw in on that backhand side. Any contact on the grey ones is good for her. Comes around and sits that last blue is also good. Or just ducks underneath and draws the shots. Pretty good too. So Kim Quinnell sticks with the forehand. Got her own 2 bowls on the way in. Can draw this. Just skirts them. Little touch. Good enough to be the shot. In the back half of this end now, Leeds will play their third and fourth bowls. As Teressa Rose with first crack. Well, not too bad of an effort. Got to play a little bit of weight on either hand. I just feel it. Nyngan probably better on the other side of the green. The two greys on the way in are both theirs. Trying to play 2, 3, 4 feet. You can make contact with the grey ones and we just sneak in underneath and trail the jack back towards the left of screen. The pink bowl's there, both Nyngan, both waiting to count. Best chance on this hand is to come underneath and split that. Don't want to hit the red ones on the way in. Can lay your own bowl over. Well, that might have actually got it and given them great position. Might just force Byron Bay to play. I was calling for Nyngan. Oh, well, that's a very good effort. Might have got shot or two out of that. Now Nyngan has 3 bowls in behind. Grey bowls on the way up on the backhand. Can afford to play little reaching shot. Idea of getting that jack. If you're a bit wide, you might have a chance to push your own in. Underneath and sit the blue. Underneath and sit the red. Or just trail that jack back a couple of feet. Which hand they elect to do it's another question. Oh, not going to get any result with that one. Your luck starts when you're up. That one's not. Give Quinnell. Going to go around those. Matching the 2 pink at the back would be ideal. Going to go close. Good effort. Well, that was the danger. She's crashed on the red bowl, which has pushed the grey one through. Being 1, maybe 2, definitely 3 now, and Kim can just draw in with a little bit of certainty. Doesn't have to worry about theirs. They're her own. Needs just another foot of running. That'll be 3 to Byron Bay. And they just ease out to that better lead once again. underway on the 13th end of this 21-end clash. So all the matches here at Cherry Street Sports are 21 ends in duration. We have the senior men's pairs playing at Alstonville, playing 21 as well. The reserve pairs playing 18 ends of 2x2 and repeat. And they're split between Alstonville and Lennox Head. Senior women at Lennox Head, they're playing 3-bowl pairs, 21 ends, after overwhelming feedback. They prefer to play that format and not do all that walking up and down, so they cross 21 times compared to 54 for the reserves and 63 for the state men's, women's and senior. It's a good bowl from Teressa with her opening effort. Patricia just a little bit off with the grass with her opening one. Good correction there. I think that's fallen in for shot. Decent effort. Close for shot there. I think the last one might have just snuck in, but hard to tell with our camera angle. That one needed a little more of a shove to get there. Quinnell. Needs a little more running. Very close. Jannette Parry on her way down. No camera there. No camera. All right, I think that one is in for shot, so 1 to Nyngan at this stage. Patricia Bigg, probably one down, needs to draw. Little opportunity here just to get into this head. So no real advantage in position for either team, I believe. A couple of shots you can play. Can reach up here. Little trail's okay. It's her own bowl behind. Has given that a chance, but just pulled the grass across a little. So Teressa Rose, her third bowl of this end. It's on its way. Wants to get a little bit of cover. Fairly good effort that. Comes into about jack high. Would have loved to cover that red bowl behind because it does mean Patricia Bigg can reach just over the draw. Just a little bit of attacking here. Down to the jack. Little trail is good. It's going to crash into that last bowl though. Oh, sorry, not the last one, but going to crash into the Nyngan bowl. Pushed it in slightly better position. Do think Nyngan's probably better off to draw through that bowl, try and get to the red behind. They hold one, but that would just give them that little better position. It is about jack high, the pink to the left of screen. Just skirt that and down to the red. That is absolutely right on the money. Watch that one again. You can see that Byron Bay had a chance to just reach up and turn the pink, or a little tickle that jack back to the red bowl. And this Teressa Rose bowl has come in and just laid the red over and stayed in its place. Very good position just to be a little bit of a protection. Made the options for Kim Quinnell just that bit harder. She needs to hold the line here. Wants the inside of her own bowl. Not going to get it. Has turned her own closer. Don't think it's good enough. Yep. Indicator of a shot. Well, yeah, that's the better call. Out to the inside of the pink bowl. You just get the faint little slide off that pink bowl. You'll come in beautifully. Being wheeled out by Teressa. Wants it around that. Well, she's got the double kiss. Don't know whether that's great. I think now a backhand attack is the only option. You're not going mad at it. You're just going a couple of feet on the backhand side trying to turn your own in. You might get lucky with a movement of the jack, but you want it just given enough to get a result. Oh, pink one's gone in closer, so it's definitely one to Nyngan. Down to their own bowls. Not going to push them in enough. They'll take out one pink and have a close look. Could be more. We'll measure to see if it's more than one. He's still running tape around just to make sure. Two shots it is to Nyngan. 13-9, 13 ends played. Roll the jack, start the 14th end, so approaching the 2/3 of match completed mark. Slightly longer length gone by the Nyngan girls here. Jack's back near the tee and the mat's a little way up. That's a very good start from Teressa Rose. Well, Patricia Bigg, how good is this answer? It's good, but it's not quite excellent. Need another metre. Fair bit of rain yesterday and a sprinkle this morning. Duncan, the greenkeeper here, did tell us that there was around 60 millimetres from just before the start of play yesterday until this morning. Fair chunk of that would have fallen during play yesterday, so put it in perspective, it's more than 2 inches in the old scale for those who... A lot of water has fallen in this area. A little bit long and attacking there with that bowl. Just have a slight pause in commentary. We'll be back in just a minute. Nyngan now holding 2 shots. Teressa looking to get down and match her own 2 bowls there. Just a little bit on the wide side, Byron. They'll need to He fairly confident to this. Give it a chance. Also playing that hand. A little bit narrow line. Very attacking here. Let's be a little careful. Rolled another one up, though. Tightened that head as well. So it's 3 to Nyngan at this stage. Need to be confident up to it. There's 4 shots the difference. Nyngan holding 3 that they would need to turn this around. The skippers will be making their way out to play. So for Nyngan, it's pop another one in there. Sheer weight of numbers. Well, it's on its way. Not quite got the speed to add another. Byron Bay. Attacking line from Kim Quinnell. Can turn her own up, can get a result, but just going to fade across. So it's another 3 here to Nyngan. They'll get back to within a shot. Two-thirds of the game gone. It's 13-12. Well, one of the teams threatens to get away. The other one pulls it back. And it's good conditions to play here at Cherry Street Sports in the TAB State Championships. Slightly overcast, just keeping the temperature down. No rain. Not much wind. Green's probably a little bit slow after a bit of a soaking over the last week or so. A couple of fine days, but plenty of rain over the last week, and it's a credit to the green staff. Our greens are playing so well. Duncan and the crew at Elfco Greenkeeping. And good bowl from Patricia Bigg. Just to get one into that head early. They're leading by 1 after 2/3 of the ends. Just want to try and consolidate their position. Teressa turns her own bowl up a little bit. Still 2 bowls short of the jack though. So Patricia would love to add a foot or so on here. Pretty well pointed. Wants it to get right down. It's in behind the jack. That's very good bowling. See that one finish off in behind the jack. Perfectly where you want it to be. Be happy with that outcome. Jannette Parry in behind. Just a little quick. Quinnell will be loving the idea of just hammering home a little bit of an advantage here, getting another one up and in behind. That one's on the line. Could be a bit of a nuisance, but won't be in the count. Yeah, just looking up forehand now. Can get through the gate of their own bowls down to the jack. Hers right back. Gets the jack. Jams on the Byron Bay bowl and stays in there. So great effort, but a little unlucky. Still probably 2 to Byron Bay. And Quinnell really needs to get another one in there just to cover that. Would love to get in behind so that the trail is cut off. And she hasn't quite sent it again, and can't see it anyway. But drops it short. It might be a bit of a nuisance though. Might just change the dynamics being on that backhand draw line. There's quite a few intriguing battles out on these greens. And, well, there was a toucher put down by Teressa Rose. Didn't get to see it as Jannette stands in between the camera and the jack again. Maybe just realised and got off the green. And Patricia Bigg. Draw shot here. They haven't got a lot of great position. They haven't got anything behind. That one now at least gives them a little protection there. They can play a little bit of an attack if they need to. Very important for Nyngan to get another one in there. So Teressa really would love to repeat the dose of her last bowl. Get another shot in. Very close. Just didn't quite play it with that same level of confidence. Might be third shot though, which would be a bonus for Nyngan. Patricia. Nice backhand draw in there. On a fairly good line. Wants it to get back to the jack. Wouldn't mind to touch the shot bowl. It's third. A little bit slow there. You need to make sure you're really giving them a big chance. And then it's easy to put too much on it. Jannette Parry holding one. Dearly love to put another one in there. Should be feeling that one just a little bit vulnerable as it stands. Next to Byron Bay's. Little straighten would be good. Oh, she's punched it up. It's still 1 to Nyngan with 2 seconds to Byron Bay. They're now in a direct line. Could take the chance and try and play a little push to those 2 bowls and hope to roll the grey one out clean. I think you'd lose one of your shots. She's going to crash into the shorter ones there. The problem they have is there's a lot of short bowls in the way. Going to play her backhand down, just try and draw one in. Byron Bay does have a little bit of cover. The bowl just off to the right behind the jack is theirs. Don't want to slice the jack right back. That's the danger. Kim, attacking intent. There's a lot of traffic there. I'm going to see what happens anyway. Oh, well, she's got a clunk on the jack, but it's still one to Nyngan. Well, we're all square. 6 to go. And some good saves in this match, and 6 ends to go. We're all square. Teressa Rose a little bit wide, a little bit long. At least it's behind. Patricia Bigg. Good opportunity to nail one in here, just to throw a little bit of pressure across. Hasn't quite got the right combination on there. A little bit wide, a little bit short. Teressa, drop her yard, make it a bit tighter. Just have a better line. Still got... Oh, it's just going to hang a little bit, so... Didn't come back as much as I thought it would at first. Patricia tightened it up at a yard. Wants to get inside her own bowl. Little edge wouldn't hurt. But that one's going to be close to being shot. It's in behind as well. Good correction. Nice home. One has a chance to score. So there's plenty of activities on around here at Cherry Street Sports. Just going to be a little bit wide again. Just players are taking a little too much grass this time. But if you're in and around Cherry Street Sports, you can get a free skin check, because Bowls New South Wales, proud to partner with Skin Check Champions to offer a free full-body skin checks during the TAB State Championships at Cherry Street Sports, Ballina, from Friday 28th March. Skin Check Champions are a not-for-profit organisation dedicated to raising awareness and improving access to life-saving skin cancer detection services. The fantastic service, open to all competitors, family and friends. Book your free skin check today. For full details, visit bowlsnsw.com.au or click the link in the YouTube bio. Oh, nicely through. Patricia Bigg wants to just get that one up and over. Done that nicely. They'll be holding shots now. Mate, you just want to check the YouTube comments? One there I think's inappropriate. Cheers, mate. I'll get back to it. A couple of Byron at the moment. So we're all square. 6 to play. Byron Bay, I think it's 2. Possibly even 3 with one at the front. Hard to tell. The live action, of course, about 50 metres from me. I got the camera view as well, so we'll see how this one pans out. But a few bowls to go yet. Chance for Jannette Parry to get into that head. Just got a bit of an edge, that one. Well, that might even have snuck into second, so be a very good result if it has. Kim Quinnell, though, she'll be keen to add a second one. And just a reminder that we will be live again this afternoon. We're scheduled to be back on at 1 p.m. with a few blokes you might have heard of before. Sean Thompson, Jack McShane. They're taking on the Gorillas. Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly. Well, could be 2 here to Byron Bay. Taking one out. 13 all. All shots very important. Now those 2 saves at the beginning of the match, one from each team. They were both, 5, maybe 6 down when the skippers drew shot with their last bowl. To not only save those, but get shot. Very important. They shared one of those consecutive ends. Who can just keep going now to get to keep their nerve, just keep getting shots towards the end of this game. Got a few activations happening here at Cherry Street Sports. And the TAB closest to the Jack competition, time to put your skills to the test. Closest to Jack happening during the 25 state championships here at Cherry Street Sports. Everyone welcome to take part. Simply roll your bowl as close to the Jack as possible for a chance to win a daily prize pack, including $100 club voucher, Crank Green coffee cups, exclusive merchandise. And he's 2 to Byron. All happening between April 3rd and the 5th, multiple sessions across 3 days. We'll provide the bowls. No need to pre-register. Just turn up and take your shot. And you could win a brand new set of TAB branded bowls. And they're a wonderful looking set of bowls. I had a look at them this morning. Terms and conditions do apply. Full details, visit bowlsnsw.com.au or click the link in our YouTube bio. That's pretty much the general rule for all of our promotions here. Click the link in the YouTube bio. Oh, there we go. Might have just clicked the wrong button then. Okay, we might just bring this camera back so you can see the jack. Long length of end blade. Slow green. Matt is a few metres up. Trish Biggs just a little left it a little wide, a little short. Plenty of room to get in there. Good weight from Teressa, just faded across a little, slightly longer length than we have been playing. Just challenge the grass line. You've got to probably go a bit wider than you're expecting. You just got to keep that angle going, but it means you need to aim wider down the green. And Patricia, well, the leg went up, trying to kick it forward. Unfortunately, the bowls at the other end of the green, they don't really respond to any instruction once they've left your fingers. And, well, Teressa grabs hold of this jack. What a bowl. That'll be 2 to Nyngan at this stage. Seen our umpires out on duty here in front of us on green 2. We're streaming from green 1. Great to have the services of all the umpires and volunteers. So we've talked about the TAB closest to the jack. We've also got TAB Twilight Bowls. If you're looking for a fun and social way to spend Friday night, TAB Twilight Bowls is on at Cherry Street Sports on Friday, 4th of April, starting at 6 p.m. That's tomorrow night. Perfect for beginners. No experience, no problem. We'll provide everything you need. Just bring yourself. Come along solo, meet new people, grab some friends for a relaxed and welcoming game. Registration is required, so sign up now at bowlsnsw.com.au or, as we say, click the link in our YouTube bio. Kim Quinnell, well, that's a great line. She just needs to send it a little more. Caught out probably by the increased length on this end. Just a little longer than we have been playing. And we have had a bucketing of rain over the last few days, particularly more than 60 millimetres in the 24 hours before we started play. So plenty of water has been through these greens. They're still in tip-top condition, but they are just a little bit slower than you'd really want to play on most of the time. Probably a bit quicker than a lot of greens are in some places. A bit slower than they normally are here on the fantastic northern rivers of New South Wales at Cherry Street Sports for the TAB State Championships. We're on end number 17 of this women's state pairs clash between Byron Bay and Nyngan. Byron in front by 2. And we've got another great clash coming for you this afternoon. The Gorillas will be out in force and watching their hometown heroes, Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly, and they're taking on the Maryland's Magic pair, Sean Thompson and Jack McShane. Jack has been setting the bowls world on fire over the last couple of years and really looking forward to that clash. But we've got an intriguing battle for the last 5 ends of the, or 4.5 more, of this Women's Pairs Championship. We'll be back tomorrow morning, of course, on Friday morning, around about 8:30 again. Give or take a bit, depending on, sometimes give the greenkeepers a little more chance to get their greens ready. Hopefully be on time at 8:30 with the women's pairs semi-final tomorrow morning and men's pairs final tomorrow afternoon. 4 games of singles Saturday, 4 games Sunday. We'll have semi-final and final of the women's and men's on Sunday before we head into the state fours next week. Well, that was a good effort from Patricia Biggs. Crashed into the bowls and stayed for shot. Hall of Fame member Sharon Renshaw just walked past. I was going to ask her to join me, but I don't think she wants to. She's probably been on the wines all morning as she's not been playing. Just giving a thumbs up. No, really. She's got a cup of coffee in her hand. It's too early for Shaz. But Shaz recognised at our awards night last year for her superb service, not only as a player, but has put a lot back into the game, has done a mountain of work with our state junior committee and sides, coaching our players for a number of years, been an integral part of our setup, and also helped to pass it on to the next generation of administrators. A bit different without Sharon being the coach, particularly for the girls' side, but got some really good people on board now. Some of the younger ones just out contributing as well. We've got, I don't call him old, but the very experienced Michael Wilkes, who's played 1,000 games for Victoria, a hell of a lot of games for Australia. He's on board and doing a great job with the program at the Club Sapphire Marimula. Byron Bay, as we come into the closing stages of the 17th end, holding 1 against Nyngan. 2 shots in front. Nyngan would love to just claw that back, go into the last couple of ends all square and edge ahead, but Quinnell, Jim, be trying to add a second here. Plenty of room. Backhand, probably the easiest, but she's playing a forehand. Don't really see a clear path there. I think probably doesn't want to leave one in the draw line. Just had to sneak around her own. That was a pretty fair effort. I do think it's probably easier to try and draw one backhand. She might have just been trying to protect, not put one in the draw line to be easily seen. Well, Jannette just needs to stop, and it will. That's the shot. Very well bowled. Well, Kim now one down. Might want to change over. Can afford just to be a little positive. Little trail here won't hurt her. Well, she's sticking with that forehand side. I think there's too much traffic there. And just clips our own short bowl. Would have been close to the jack without it, but plenty of traffic there. And Jannette, well, rinse and repeat. You can play the same bowl, get 2, and be all square with 4 ends to go. Big bowl here, and these are the sort of bowls that win you games. And just been a little bit too positive in getting there, so they're 1 behind, leading into the 17th end now, or 17 complete, leading into the 18th end. First bowl of this head now coming down from Teressa Rose, Nyngan lead. And that's a very handy start to this 18th end for the Nyngan pair. 1 behind. Love to score this end. Pretty self-explanatory statement, but you always want to score. Just get that momentum going to the last couple of ends, though. Both teams are well aware this game's in on the balance. Both had losses in their opening games, so I do feel a close game's probably not pushing their chances to get through, but the loser of this game is definitely finished in their campaign. They will have no chance to progress. 1 win is not going to get you there. 2 just might. There's a couple of fairly good results in this opening round for this section, so just sort of favour that it's the next game across that'll decide who really has a stranglehold on this section after this round. This is, as soon as the computer decides to talk to me, women's pairs, we'll just open up a new window. Jannette Parry holding probably 2 shots. Wants to add, wants this to get in behind. Oh, that's a good bowl. Doesn't significantly increase the target. Yeah, both of these teams suffered fairly heavy losses in their opening rounds. Byron Bay were on the wrong end of the 30-13 scoreline against Gina Payne and Sarah Boddington, current Keno New South Wales Blues player, multiple winner of state singles championships from Foster. And the Holbrook pair had an even bigger win over Nyngan. It was a 35-11. So in reality, this close game is erasing any chance either team really has. Next door is the Foster and Holbrook clash. It's 11-10 after 12 ends in favour of Holbrook. So, well, Sarah Boddington, probably the well-known one. She's struggling a little bit at this time. A reminder, we are using 3 venues at TAB State Championships. Here at Cherry Street Sports, we have the men's and women's pairs being played. Up at Alstonville Plateau Sports, we have half the reserves, the Open Reserve Championships, and all of the senior men. And over at Club Lennox, we have all of the senior women and the other half of the Open Reserve pairs. We'll be down to semi-finalists after this afternoon's game. And all of tomorrow's action will be here at Cherry Street Sports Ballina. So if you're at Cherry Street Sport in the Ballina area, come on down, watch some great bowls. You might even be able to support your hometown. There'll be 20 teams left in the 5 competitions tomorrow afternoon in the search to crown some state champions. One shot to Nyngan at this stage. Do think this left-hander's forehand side is the best option for Nyngan. And Jannette Parry was just pointing out to Teressa, the bowl just behind Jack High there. That's the Byron Bay bowl. That's the one you want to get down to. Can't afford to play positive to it. The split on this is not going to hurt. They've got the next 3 now. And really good chance to play to it. But Patricia Bigg, she needs one in there to try and mitigate this danger. Can draw a shot. Wants it. Well, she's got a little bit of attacking line. She gets the jack. It's huge. She's got the jack right back to their own bowls. That's taken the danger away all right. That's got shot. Well, that's potential 3 or 4 to Nyngan has been evaporated. They're now 2 down, 2 bowls to play. Could that be the shot that really seals the game for Byron Bay in the end? They were 1 down. Patricia has kicked that jack back to their own 2 bowls. And the bad news for Jannette Parry is there's lots of traffic now. Those bowls are all short of the jack. They weren't too bad before, but with that jack moving back a couple of metres, there's all sorts of traffic on the way through. Tough job here. Really needs to draw this to stay in the game. Got to negotiate a path through. Which would be great if we could see it. Got a crash on her own short of bowl. Pushed it up. Still 2 to Byron Bay. I reckon here Kim's got a lovely little draw on the backhand. There's the pink bowl just short of jack high on the white line off to the right. You play a nice safe line. Just get inside that. You don't need to be super close. You just need to count. She's choosing to play the other, looking for the gap through her own two bowls. Equally valid. Gets past that. She's okay. Yeah, well, that's a good bowl. That's counting. Very well played. 3 to Byron Bay. Critical bowl for this. Chances now. They're one behind Nyngan. Only 3 more ends after this to go. She needs this to come right back, and she's crashed on the short bowls. So there's a lovely path here for Kim Quinnell. Take this free kick because it is now got a clean path. Oh, she's a little bit on the tight side. Just needs to clear that short pack. Oh, and she's done it pretty well. That'll be 4. Big moment in this game. 4 shots to Byron Bay. And they'll jump out to a very handy 5-shot lead after 18 of our 21 ends. So, big result for the Byron Bay pair. And a little bit tragic, really, for Nyngan. They'd fought their way back in, behind early, and now they're trailing by 5 shots. Oh, here's the chance for Byron Bay to seal this game up. 5 in front, 3 to go. Just want to push this, win this end, push it out a bit more. Conversely, Nyngan, they'll want to score 1 or 2 this end, keep themselves alive. Just 5 in it, in 3 ends. You pick up 2 2s and a 1. You are on the struggle scale, being that many behind, though, in more than 1.5 an end needed. Can't afford really to lose another end and have really realistic chance, but 8 shots available, so never say never. Never declare a winner early either. Commentator's curse is a real thing. Oh, not too badly down by Patricia. Wants it just to swing a little more. It is the shot. Still plenty of room, though. We do have some of the games finished. Of course, just a reminder that the state senior women's pairs is a slightly different format than what we're watching here for the open, inverted commas, the women's pairs. The senior women's pairs, a lot of feedback from those players. Preferred a shorter, less walking game. They're 21 ends of 3 bowls per player. So they only cross 21 times a game compared to our 63 times in our men's, women's and senior men's format. The reserve pairs are 18 ends. Generally find the reserve pairs are just that little bit slower than the open counterparts. They play 18. Well, a little bit open this head. Nyngan holding. Kim Quinnell trying to get one in. We've been asked whether the laser measures used to check whether or not a bowl's inside the peg, inside, in or out of bounds. No, they're not used for that. The laser probably not really powerful enough to be shown up on or not on a bowl over that distance. Just in bright sunshine, you need a laser that'll be a little bit too powerful from the opposite end of the green. Laser measure simply for measures between about 30 centimetres and 4 or 5 metres. Forgive me, I've just forgotten the exact distance. Once it gets over that 3 to 4 or 5 metres, especially in bright sunshine, can be a little bit hard to see the sighting laser on the target. Of course, under 30 centimetres, preferred equipment would be calipers. I'm not using trammels in some areas for measures above that 30 as well. Good bowl from Patricia Biggs, just gets the advantage on behalf of the Byron Bay team. Teressa wants this to skirt and stop. It's just going to run through. So Patricia looking to add another one in. Oh, she's just snuck around that, and that will be another shot. So it's 2 to Byron Bay. Last bowl for the leads on our 19th end. Teressa, very well down, draws the shot, so just reignites the hope for the Nyngan faithful. It's 19 shots to 14, 18 completed. We have 4 bowls remaining of this 19th end, another 2 after that. Coming to you live from Cherry Street Sports for the TAB State Championships. It's Cherry Street Sports, the home of Ballina Bowling Club. Jannette, Parry, holding one. Just to sneak around there. Can sit on her own bowl, it's not too bad. Doesn't want to turn it too far. Well, it's turned it back behind the jack. I think it's still just the one. Slightly better one, maybe. Quinnell, already on its way. Not really given this one enough chance, I think. And Patricia Bigg agrees. She's got the crop out to try and ride that one home. Teressa just urging Jannette to add another one in. 2 would be a big boost to the Nyngan confidence. Still be 4 behind if they pick up 1, but only 3 with 2, and that's a fantastic bowl. Drops it right in, makes it 2. So Nyngan back within 3 shots, 2 ends to go. Oh, we're being treated to a lovely battle between these teams, and they're playing very well. Bowl from Teressa Rose, pretty well down, just a fraction short, but well and truly in the area it's been counting. And Byron Bay, they'll be well aware they need to get this one. They win this end, they're pretty much on the path to victory. But Nyngan, only 3 shots behind. Any score this end is good, but the multiple is desired. Don't want to go into the last end leaving yourself too much work and knowing your opponent will have last bowl on that last end if you score this end as well. We're due to get back underway at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Don't know how many ends are left on other games. Still 5, 7. And so still probably a good hour's worth of play in some of the games. So that 1 o'clock will be pretty close. I think we will allow those who are ready to go back out a chance to do so, not make them wait too long. We should be finished in 15 to 20 minutes in this match. So they'll be well and truly able to get back out for the 1 o'clock start, because that's at 12:30, 12:40 call of cards. Get out for your trial ends. Nyngan, well, they're holding here. Quinnell just wants to get inside that grey bowl. The line's good. The weight, not quite. Well, it's 3 short bowls. You got a 3-shot lead leading into the last 2 ends. You do not want to leave 3 short bowls. So this next one from Kim, vital for their chances. Really needs to get one, or if not jack high, past. And that's not going to help the cause. That short bowl in the way. They consider playing the forehand side. No, Kim's just jumped on and fired. Comes around, that'll be okay. I think she's might have slightly overcorrected here. Still a couple to Nyngan. Well, big chance here for Teressa. Her first 2 are counters. Ignore the pink one, just come a little bit underneath it. You can afford to play with a fair bit of confidence here. Turn your own, even if you get a little touch on that jack, it's going to your own bowls. You could be holding the 3. That's the difference in the score after this bowl. So play it with a lot of confidence. It's her forehand side, left-hander. And she's got a fairly tight line. Needs to have sent it. And has sent it. It's right down. That is the 3. Well, this game, has it got another twist in it? I think Patricia needs to follow that one down. Nice, hard, confident draw. Reaching. No points for short. Give yourself a chance. Once inside, well, that's a little unlucky. It's hammered it. She would have been well and truly through that head. Could have got a result. Big chance here now. Similar bowl again. Loaded up. Right down to the jack would be ideal. It's going to be pulling up a little bit. Jack high. Holding 4. Oh, Patricia had plenty of weight on the last one. There's now a fairly clear path. Got a chance to sit and stay. Has done that. Well, that's 1 shot either way there. That's a good result. We'll cross over. 4 bowls to go on this penultimate end. And here's a big chance for Nyngan. Jannette, Parry. I'm assuming she's a right-hander. I've only been watching 20 ends. Backhand draw. Same side as green, as was played by the other two bowlers. That last bowl's jack high, so if you're a little bit wide, you sit it. But trail that jack 1 foot to 1.5 feet. Make 3, possibly 4. You hold the 4, you're in front going into the last end. She is playing that side of the green. No, she's not. She's going for the bowl. Well, there is a big danger here that she's going to pump that bowl in. And I just don't know why she's chosen that shot. Well, to me, that backhand side, you had 3 chances. You could be tight on your own. There's Kim Howe. Pump another one down into that. Cut it off. Oh, that one makes it even harder. There is still that line on the backhand in between those two bowls. Sit that red bowl back. I think it's only worth 1 now. I do think that was the hard choice. The hand she should have played the first time. It's a trail on that hand. First bowl, she's going to be holding game. As it is, they're probably holding 1 and going to have to fight to get 2 for a draw or 3 for a win on the last. As long as Kim doesn't change this up. I do think they missed an opportunity there. It is 1 to Nyngan. That's probably a good result for Byron Bay. In one way, they get last bowl on the last end. And we are now playing the very last end of our Women's State Pairs Round 2 live stream clash. Live from Cherry Street Sports here at the TAB State Championships. The scores are scrolling through on the bottom, so pay attention during this end. You want to see how your favourite team is faring. Because we will be terminating our stream not long after we've finished. You'll be able to get the final scores on BowlsLink. That's results.bowlslink.com.au. There is a link through the Bowls New South Wales website. And all the information about the state championships under events on bowlsnsw.com.au. Teressa Rose, reasonable starter. Next one's on its way down from Patricia Bigg. She wants more weight. Yard and a half to metre and a bit short. Short bowls. Not what's needed now from either team. They really want to load this head up. Byron Bay to protect the 2-shot lead. They'd be happy to drop a 1 and take a victory. Whereas Nyngan, well, they'll be looking to score 3. Even a draw, I think, would be not what they'd need to get through the section. I don't think a win and a draw will be good enough. So they need the win. Patricia Bigg has, well, she's put the extra weight on. I think she's just gone too far through to count. So as we do get towards the last end, if you just joined us, we're at Cherry Street Sports here in Ballina for the TAB State Championships. We're playing the last end of our Round 2 Women's State Pairs. Men's State Pairs being played here at the same venue. The senior men at Alstonville and senior women at Club Lennox, and the reserve pairs split across both of those two venues. We will be back this afternoon. We're scheduled to be on from 1 o'clock, so just keep an eye on that, with a crackerjack contest. We've got the Gorillas and the Magic. Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly taking on Sean Thompson and Jack McShane. That promises to be a very good clash, and we'll be back hopefully bang on 1 o'clock, but just depends on how these games go completing. And I can almost guarantee that our Elfco greenkeepers will be jumping on and putting a little roller over the greens between games. Just going to fade underneath with this one as well. So a little bit of pressure showing. I think this one's in the pack as well. Oh, she has turned. I think that's her own bowl. Come up. It's probably Byron Bay holding now. 2 Byron bowls on the way in on that hand. Tough job for Nyngan now. They need to score a 3. There's a bit of traffic in the way. Don't forget, if you are coming down to the state championships, book your free skin check through Skin Check Champions. You can find the information on the Bowls New South Wales website, bowlsnsw.com.au, or click the link in the bio of our YouTube video. Also, tomorrow night we've got the TAB Evening Bowls social event. Register through the Bowls New South Wales website, and we'll be running the closest to the bowl promotion. Closest to the jack, sorry. Chance to win a set of TAB branded bowls and some daily prize packs. Pretty good prize packs too, so get on down here, take your chance. That one you don't have to pre-register for, just rock up. That is, of course, weather dependent. That's activity, I think, is on the back green, or the old back green out here. And we were a bit damp. That's a good bowl from Patricia Bigg. I think that's just putting nails in the coffin for Nyngan. They've got to get 3, possibly 3 down at this stage. Wants their own bowl, wants the gap. Got the little slide, that'll be shot. Oh, yep, that one's shot. Same deal though for Byron Bay. Your own 3 on the way in. Play nice and positive. Any contact on your own should turn them up for shot. Just going to be tight. Good miss there. Didn't want to hit those 2. Run through. So just the skippers to go. 21st end. Nyngan holding 1, trailing by 2. Jannette Parry needs to find a way to manufacture 2 more shots on this head. Can draw them. Whereas Quinnell, she just needs to find a way to pop one of her own bowls up a little bit. Just get second will do. I think a draw won't be a good result, but would definitely end the campaign for both teams here. A win and a draw is not going to get you through. So Jannette can get that bowl up. Oh, that one sailed through, so that win, I think, has just been taken out of the equation for Nyngan anyway. There's Kim, right choice, forehand. Nice positive draw through the hole. Oh, except she hasn't got the positive bit. Oh, well. A little bit of luck. She did have the positive, but that's through the hole to get shot. I think that bowl, little bit of good fortune, may have just grabbed the win for Byron Bay. Jannette's not going to get anywhere with that one, I don't think. So, well, maybe. No luck there. Kim doesn't have to play it. That's 1 shot. Your partner's saying take the one. Oh, they're going to try and turn another one up. Well, got to go for margin, I suppose. And no real danger. Got the luck the last time. Can she get her own bowl up for a second? Yes. That'll be 2 to Byron Bay. It'll be a 21-17 victory for Byron Bay in this women's state pairs round 2 championship game here for Cherry Street Sports in the TAB State Championships. And we do thank you for joining us. We should be back at about 1 p.m. We'll be featuring a men's game. It's Sean Thompson and Jack McShane taking on Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly, look forward to your company then. But for now, it's good.